The iconic hot hatch took on a harder edge with its 8th generation, at the expense of its intoxicating blend of everyday performance. Can this facelift make it a better GTI? The new Volkswagen Golf GTI is not electric, and it's not a hybrid, not even a mild one. In fact, it seems to carry on in much the same way it has done for nearly 50 years, being a simple but sensible take on the hot hatch that's received incremental, pointed updates with every new generation and mid-cycle facelift. Viewed logically, this latest GTI should be the best there has yet been. Of course, the new Golf GTI isn't entirely new. The MK8.5 is the updated version of the MK8, which arrived in 2021 to hardly universal acclaim. It suffered from the MK8 Golf's general cabin tech problems, as well as a suspension tune that was uncharacteristically hardcore for what has always been a more grown-up take on the hot hatch. A face-off with the Toyota Corolla and Peugeot 308 showed that the standard Golf has returned to the top of the class. Even if the Corolla won on penalties, can the GTI manage the same? Join us for an overview of the MK8.5 Golf GTI. We've done the full road test with all the numbers on the standard car, but this review also covers our first impressions of the Club Sport and the 3-to-1 bhp Edition 50. Design and styling. The fundamentals of the Golf GTI are as comfortingly familiar as ever. It's the usual Volkswagen MQB formula in its more performance-oriented spec. That means multi-link suspension rather than a torsion beam at the back, while at the front sits a 2.0-liter EA888 turbocharged engine. It has 19 bhp, more than the pre-facelift GTI. Its to 6.1 bhp moves it closer to the GTI Club Sport, whose power remains at 296 bhp. The Edition 50 goes even further, pushing the same engine to 3-to-1 bhp and 310 pounds-feet. It drives through a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic gearbox. The 6-speed manual option has been axed, and EVAC, which stands for Vorderachsgersper, or front axle lock. It has been fitted to front-drive Volkswagen Group hot hatchbacks for a few years and uses a clutch pack external to the differential, and which can lock one driveshaft to the differential gear carrier, thus creating a locking torque, and in effect acting like a limited-slip differential. The VAQ works together with the XDS torque vectoring by braking system and the Retuned variable ratio progressive steering, which is now standard even on the regular GTI. Every Golf GTI has McPherson struts at the front and a multi-link rear, with adaptive dampers as an option. The Club Sport features reworked suspension that aims to be both more compliant and is 5 mm lower. There's more front and rear camber, too. The front differential has been revised, as has the rear axle. And engineers have striven to improve the response and linearity of the steering. As well as more power, the Edition 50 has a more hardcore suspension setup too. Key changes include revised spring and damper rates and significantly increased negative front camber, which is now around -0 DEG. This is achieved through stiffer upper suspension mounts, modified wheel carriers, and uprated bushings in the lower control arms. At the rear, the Edition 50 reintroduces a twin-attachment track rod, reminiscent of the MK7 GTI, and new wheel carrier geometry for greater lateral stiffness and toe stability under load, particularly in fast direction changes. VW has also recalibrated the electromechanical steering, adaptive dampers, and VDM Vehicle Dynamics Manager to suit the Edition 50's more aggressive hardware setup. Its 19-inch wheels are shod with 230 5/35 R19 Bridgestone Potenza race semi-slick tires. The MK8.5 Golf GTI receives a number of cosmetic updates, too. Some are the same as those on the standard Volkswagen Golf, such as the redesigned lights. The headlights have become slightly sharper and more angular, and the matrix LEDs are more powerful, while the taillights have also been redesigned and now feature dynamic indicators. All GTs get a front light bar and a light-up VW logo.